has known the mind of Christ or of the Lord? Who will instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ. And you know why Paul says, for who has known the mind of the Lord? Because even Moses didn't know the mind of the Lord. Moses received the commandments through angels because God didn't even appear there for that. He sent angels, give him that. That's temporary, that's added. The law was an added covenant. Therefore, no one possessed the mind of Christ. The apostles didn't have the mind of Christ. They simply served Moses also. It's the only one that had the mind of Christ. That's why he was able to write, but to write, not to explain. Because if he had explained it, they wouldn't have killed him. And then the gospel would have been known. Now, in God's decree, Paul had the mind of Christ to write, and then the mind of Christ left the earth, disappeared. So then for 2,000 years, people took the Bible and begun to interpret. And notice that it was the natural mind, that in Washington, there are more than 1,000 translations of the rules of faith. Why? If there's only one Bible, why are there so many interpretations if there's only one Bible? Why? Because they interpret it with the natural mind. And with the natural mind, you're never going to reach the unity of the Spirit. That is why no ministry worldwide has been able to get everyone to speak one and the same. They have not been able. As a matter of fact, in the United States, there isn't one congregation that speaks the same from one state to a different. If you go to a third state, they all sing differently and preach differently. It used to happen to me because before I used to praise God and sing a song here in the U.S. When I go to another country, it was different. But isn't it the same? But to accomplish that, they had to. That's why Paul says, listen, with me, with my death, the mind of Christ will be shut down. Therefore, don't judge nothing before time until the Lord comes, his mind. That is the translation, until the mind of Christ arrives to earth again.